Hey, what is shaking, homies? So today I'm here with Jonas from Wakanda Broke Boy, and he runs this shop, Phone Fix, here in Elgin. And on his YouTube channel, he does a lot of dumpster diving at places like Apple stores and stuff, where he gets to find a lot of broken phones, and then he gets to bring them to work and fix them. So he's the perfect guy to fix my cracked back of my Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. So we're gonna do a tutorial on it, 'cause why not? So this is the same process from the 6 all the way up, right, to the 10.
Yep.
So if you have any of those and the back panel is broke, don't freak out. You can get it for like 5 to 10 bucks. We'll put a link down below. And following this guide, hopefully you can do it yourself. So, let's see what happens.
Let's get to it.
Hell yeah. Okay, here's the replacement one we're using.
Right here, guys, let's take a look at it. So how much was this replacement one?
This was like 13, but you said there's a lot cheaper
options. Yeah, a lot
cheaper
one. Depending on how you guys want. If you guys want a really good quality, which I'm pretty sure this is a really pristine one. Oh, look, it already comes with the Pride tool. Look at that, guys. And you only paid 13 bucks, and it already came with this.
How much does the tool normally cost by itself? Like
this one,
$5?
yeah, from 5 bucks. But if you want a really good one like this, it could up you outward to like 20 bucks.
Okay.
So, but this is just perfect because you don't want it too thick. These are a little bit thicker, more for like professional people. This would be very great for you guys because it's very thin and very simple. Nothing too, you know, crazy. Alright, so let's take a closer look at this. Wow, look at that, guys. Everything's on there. This is just like the original one. Let's take a closer look. Look at that, guys. I know some of this is blacked off, but once we take off, it should be about the same. It has all the stuff information on the bottom. Not the IMEI and stuff, but you know, the little basic stuff. So that's pretty good, man.
So the cheaper ones usually don't have all the info?
No, here, I'll take you guys a closer look at one. Right here, this is a really cheaper one, guys. Probably only runs you about 10 to 5 bucks. As you guys see, it does not have all that stuff. Very simple.
Still is the Samsung though, in the Galaxy.
But I feel like mostly this stuff here is for the US, you know, because you have to have information of the product and stuff. But this one's more like...
interesting.
So, very simple.
Cool.
Alrighty. So let's get to it. Alrighty, guys. So first steps, the tools that we use. I mean, of course, you guys could use this if you guys don't have it. But some tools that I'd recommend. Unfortunately, I do not have it here. But if many of you guys, you know, shave and stuff, there's a single... it's very flat. It's like a single shaving little sheet. It's like this kind of. That I recommend. Or if you guys have guitar picks, as also you guys could run and go get some of those. As well, you guys could use your Pride tool that it comes with. Depending on your guys' qual, or you guys can order some of these online. These are some plastic Pride tools. But the ones that I'd recommend the most, that are very simple and make your job way easier, would be something like this. A metal Pride tool. Very thin, and this is really good. As you guys already can see, I already used it. But the corners here, you do better when heating up and digging in there. Vice versa, something like this, you have to keep heating it up and digging it in there. With this, just good heat up, pry it in there, and you're good to go. Same with these ones, you just gotta heat it up, but with these you gotta be very careful that you won't damage, because behind here we do have a wireless charging pad, so we do not want to damage with this. Vice versa with something like this, I know that how much I'm putting in there. With this, I can't really flex, I just have to, you know, and also you can shatter more of the glass. So let's get to it. If you guys do not have a heat gun like this, you guys can also use hair blow dryers. That would be good. Or if you guys have a heat gun like this would work just fine. Whatever you guys have, depending on how your guys' situation is.
You said that one's like 20 bucks?
Yeah, this one's 20 bucks. Not really expensive one. My really expensive one would be like Kawasaki, but those are way too much. You're looking at 50, 80. But if for something like this, and you already have a hair dryer, you're good to go. You know, you don't need to go out and buy something like this. Okay. But if you do want to, you know, something like this would run you about 20 bucks.
Okay, we'll put a link below,
yeah,
just in case.
Yeah, Harbor Freight, you can get something like this. Alrighty, so first thing you want to do, guys, is make sure your device is powered off. Always, guys. You never want to work with a device that's on. Very dangerous. Alrighty, so we're good to go. Alrighty, guys, so I do have this heat pad here. This pad is like heat proof. This one isn't, but we're okay with this. But I like to usually hold it and just apply and take a feel of it, because you don't want it too hot, but you want it just enough. Alrighty, guys. So you guys really just want to work around the foam. Alright, now let's get my Pride tool up. Alright, so usually you want to just get from the sides here, so where it's easier. And yes, this one is cracked, so we have to be a little bit careful. So you just want to slide it down the sides very gently. Not too rough. As I mentioned before, we do have a wireless charging pad right there that we need to be careful of. And we'll just slowly pry it up. And another thing that I forgot to mention earlier in the video, this Galaxy does have a print, so you need to be very careful when removing this. You don't want to just yank it up because you can damage that flex cable or even on the board, the connectors. And then you have to do micro soldering. Alright, so right here, so you guys can take a look now, it's starting to crack here. So what I like to do usually is try to, where you feel it, where the crack meets, you know, you just want to lift up and put it again here, and then we'll heat it up a little bit more. See if we can take the thing all in one piece. Oops. Alright, there we go. We're out of the crack. See?
Nice.
And then now we're gonna heat up a little bit here, as you can see. It needs a little more heat right there.
So it's one of those you just kind of want to be patient, right?
Exactly.
More than anything.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's continue on. Perfect.
And that's where you got to be careful.
Yeah, right here. You don't want to do too deep in there, but just enough. That's why I like this, you know, because this bends. Alright, there we have. Alright, if you guys take a closer look, right there and there's a little flex cable right there.
Can you tilt it a little? There you go.
Right there.
Alright.
See that little flex cable, guys?
Right there. There.
Right there.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful with that. So what I like to do is, normally they will come off sometimes, but right here, since I don't want to really risk damaging, you can use multiple things. If you guys have any little pliers like this, I know everybody has to have something like this. You guys can use this, but for our purposes, we're gonna use something like this. So what you want to do? Oh, it already came off. See, gently. You know, normally it will come off, but sometimes if it's on there real good, because sometimes these are not always gonna be easy to pop out. Sometimes they will be stuck, as you guys can see. This flex cable right here. So you gotta be very careful with this, because if this breaks, you're gonna have to get another piece. Okay. Alrighty, so there's the foam, guys, on the inside. Let's clean it up a little bit, and then we'll apply the new one. Alright. So what we're gonna do. Alrighty, guys. If you guys don't have to do this if you guys want to. I'd honestly recommend it because you want that new one to sit there nice and firm. So you can use anything really. Since for me, my purpose, I do have hands on 99% ultra pure rubbing alcohol, you know. So this stuff's gonna work really great. Another thing, you can grab a cotton ball, or if you have one of these, it's just like a cleaner tool with the little cotton. It's like the thing girls use for makeup, kind of. Yeah, for their nails, you know, something like that. So I already have this one already pre-wet, so we're just gonna rub it around and see if we can get some of this glue off. And that's the battery, that big part in the middle, eh? Yes. As you guys can see, this is what I was telling you guys. You have to be very careful with this. This is the wireless charging pad. Sometimes when removing the back glass, people do damage this. And the way that you can tell is when you plug in your charger, it's going to give you an error about charging. It's not your charging port, it's this thing right here. If you do damage it, just letting people know. If any chance from you changing your back glass, your charger isn't working, it's because you damaged this right here. You have to be very, very careful. Interesting. Alright, so let's clean this up a little bit. Highly recommend it. But if you guys don't want to and you guys just want to put it on there, go be it. But if you want the fitment to be as even or even better than factory, just give it a nice clean up and it would be all set. You can usually get anything. I mean, if you guys have like a flat, this is a flat. There you go. Something like this, a flat. This would work perfect. If not, if you guys have like a knife or something like this, you can do. But I highly suggest you get like a flat like this, a smaller. And then we're just gently gonna go on the side and remove some of this glue.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we got all the glue off now.
Alright, yeah, guys, it does take a little bit while, but as I mentioned, you guys, I want to make sure it fits nice and perfect there. Alright, so let's take a closer look. So at the new glass one, the good thing is that everything's in there already. See, that's another thing when you spend a little bit more money, you already have. Oops, I just dropped that, but that goes back in there. Alright, so normally like this part, you would have to pull it off from here. I'll show you guys real quick how to do it really fast and simple. It will not take us that long, but normally when you buy something like this for $5, you're not gonna get all that stuff. So I'll show you guys real quick how to I'll show you guys how to save this little part too. So here we go. Alright, so you don't want to heat it up too much because you will damage this flex right here. So this is what we're going to do. So what I like to do is I like to put my finger in the back here. And when it starts feeling like not too hot, but you'll feel it. It's not to the point where it's going to burn your finger off. Or it gives it that nice little like you'll feel it. You just let go, and then I'll show you guys what we're gonna do from there. So you're gonna apply a little bit of heat from here, a little bit, maybe like 5 seconds. You count to 5 seconds, and then what we're gonna do is you grab one of your pry tools, even the one that they sent you, and you gently just want to put it in there slowly. And be very gentle because the glass may crack on the back. So you want to. I'm gonna have to apply a little bit more heat. It still needs more. Alrighty, so I'm gonna try again. And you want to give it a nice little pull, just loosen up that adhesive. Boom, there we go, guys. Take a look at that. Boom, there we go. Now we have that little piece out, but the one that we mainly need is the fingerprint button. So how we do this, how I like to save the adhesive on this. So this one, let's heat it up a little bit more. You always want to heat it up from the back. Never want to heat it from the front, guys, because as I mentioned before, you have that flex cable right there. You do not want to melt that away. So we're going to heat it up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to go back with the flat, and you just want to give it like a nice little lift. And then,
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Alright, and there we have it. The glue should be right there. You can't see it, but that should be it.
You can see it a little.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're going to go on to the new one. I know that I accidentally nudged this part off. There we go. It just pushes back in there, guys. Alrighty, so the heat is already on there, so I got to probably pull a little bit off on this one so it doesn't look a little bit weird. Alrighty, so you want to just remove all this stuff around here. And it's a good thing that, you also, for you guys that just want to make it nice and simple, make sure that, you can also read the descriptions, make sure that it has all the adhesive, because sometimes if it doesn't, you're going to have to go out and buy something like this, which is really hard to find. You can only order this stuff like online. So what you want to make sure is that you read the description and you make sure you get something like him. If you guys want, like he mentioned before, he's going to put the description down below. This will make you very simple, and you don't have to go and take this stuff off and re-glue it on there. You want something nice and simple, something like this I'd recommend. Alrighty, so a lot of mistake that people do is they put the button on here and no, you don't want to do that. That makes it really, really hard. So what you want to do is, if you look right here closely, it already has like a little outline where this goes. So what you want to do is you just want to put it on here, and then you want to make sure that you clip that on there in there. There you go. You hear that nice loud snap? Hopefully you guys could have heard that. It will snap in there, and there you got it. Alrighty. So now we're gonna gently put this on there. You do not want to put this with pressure because you will crack them. So you want to make sure
Then you gotta do it all over again.
Yeah. So what I like to do is do it from top to bottom, because right here you want to make sure it lines up with the sensor right here. So we're gonna apply that right there, and then just gently do it, and there you guys are. There we are. Nice. Brand new, guys.
Boom. $13. Look at that.
And if you go to a shop like me, I'd probably end up charging you, well, my rates are way cheaper than regular, so something like this I'd probably charge like between like $25 to $30. But if you go to other shops, you're looking probably upwards between $50 plus tax. So, or if you want to do it yourself, a little bit of time. How much you said again you paid for this?
13, I think.
13 bucks.
And that's a good one with all the extra
and it has
stuff.
all the accessories in this. You guys can work with this. All you guys would have to just get is a nice your hair blow dryer and just heat up the sides how I did it, and you're good to go.
Awesome, man. Well, make sure to follow Jonah. What Kind of Broke Boy. His channel's really cool. There'll be an interactive thing you can click right there, and there'll be links down below. And thank you guys for watching.
Till next time.